Why are we interested in other people's lives so much? It doesn't matter if it's online and following people on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, or also in real life. What is actually the mystical thing that draws us to other people? What is causing the interest in other people? I thought about this question for quite some time now, basically the last years. Not that I spent years on this question, but it came up again and again and again. And I think the answer just might be this. We search for at least one topic in which a person slightly excels our current level. Because if the person excels this level too much, then the difference is too big and we think, oh yeah, I can never do this. But if the difference is just tiny, if it's just a little bit, and the more this person actually covers the different areas of life, the better it is. So therefore, the answer is, because we are in search of a version of us that is better than us, we are in search of a better you, of a better we, or you are in search of a better you, obviously. So you can explaining this a little bit more detail now. Obviously, this should be a short. No, I was too long. Therefore, I just explained it a little bit more. If you, for example, follow somebody in terms of health, then this person exceeds in terms of knowledge, but probably also in terms of physical performance and also in terms of their actions, the ideal, or exceeds you. So that basically this person creates for you an ideal. And then this person covers you, or this person could be you, just if you were a little bit better. So if you then have somebody else that exceeds, for example, in your studies or at work, then you have this person that exceeds also in this one specific area, and it's just a little bit better than you. And therefore you have something to strive for, you have a goal. It's similar to this concept that I also kind of not discovered, but I call it the green light concept. And it's this. I was driving again and again through a city at night, not really at night, but also in daylight, but on the bike. And then there are these long distances where you already see the next bike light, basically. And if, for example, now the bike light is green and you still have a little bit of distance to cover, then you have an incentive to go faster and faster and faster. And then maybe, just maybe, you reach the green light and you make it through the green light without it turning red and you having to wait 1 or 2 minutes. And then you are in the next phase. And then if you see a green light again, then you have an incentive to just a little bit more. And then maybe just the next green light. And this short-term thinking basically structures the all of the way you want to have, or you need to make until you reach the final destination. It chunks it down into very little pieces, but at the same time motivates you because of these small constraints, these small light constraints, motivates you until the next level. Until the next level that's just ahead of you. Look, there's this green light again. And this principle, I think, also applies to why we follow people on the internet. Because, for example, if you follow somebody that is already a millionaire, then this person is already rich. And this is also maybe, the envy and many other things are probably the reason why many of us despise rich people. But let's get back to why we envy people, or why we follow people, or why people are interesting to us. Because all of these people probably have something that you don't have, but you would wish you would have. Maybe it's a better physical appearance because they do train a little bit better. Maybe it has to be also something you can actually achieve in order for this to really work. Of course, we also, there is this general concept of the halo effect, especially when it comes to physical attractiveness in people. And the halo of physical attractiveness has been proven again and again scientifically in studies. So basically, the more attractive you are, the more the halo actually works. And the halo effect is the effect that one characteristic of a person basically over halos, or has more effect than all the other characteristics on this person. Basically, if the halo is positive, then all of the other things a person does or is seem also a little bit more positive. Now, getting back to why we follow people on the internet, because they have something we want to have but don't have yet. So therefore, as a final conclusion, the conclusion is something I already made before. We search for people that are like us, but just a little bit better. We search ultimately for us, but a little bit better.